He says, I have a Mercury 200 2.5 liter V6 two-stroke. How would that stack up to the Suzuki 200 four-stroke inline four with 2.9 liters? Will the four-stroke plane faster with more weight in the boat since it has more displacement? Theoretically, yes, more displacement. There's no replacement for displacement. So theoretically, yes, the more displacement that you have, the better the boat is going to perform with a heavier weight. But in this scenario, I don't really think that you're going to see much of a difference, honestly. As far as the planing goes, a lot of the planing issues are going to be more about the propeller that you're using, because the propeller changes the performance of the boat and basically the application of how you want to use the boat. A lot of it has to do with the propeller, which is the first point of contact with the water and how the boat is going to move through the water based on your propeller. Now, we've discussed this whole discussion of the two-stroke versus four-stroke on many different episodes. Everybody knows that I'm a big proponent or a big promoter of the idea that a six-cylinder two-stroke is going to outperform a inline four-cylinder four-stroke, because you've got six cylinders versus four cylinders. Usually you have more displacement, but in this situation, you've got a 2.5 versus a 2.9. The two-stroke is a more efficient engine as far as the efficiency in the power production of how a combustion engine works. But I don't really think you're going to see much of a difference at all with the 200 V6 versus the inline four. Generally, we've seen the two-stroke outperform the inline fours just because of it being a six-cylinder. So even though the inline four has more displacement, I really don't think you're going to find that it performs all that much better. Realistically, a prop change is going to be what you really are going to want to look into for planing out, because when it comes to your propeller, you're either going to get a really good hole shot and you're going to probably lose some top end speed, or you can get a prop for top end speed, which is going to have a slower hole shot with more weight. You're also going to get different props for fuel economy that have a better cruising range fuel economy aspect to them based on how the shape of the blades are on the propeller. So honestly, in the whole discussion, I think you're going to be better off with the 204 stroke. You're going to be better fuel economy. And if you put a prop on there for planing out, then yeah, you're going to get a better plane. But if you just change the propeller on the engine that you have already, you could probably get a better planing experience with the V6, because the 200 V6 2.5 liter should give you plenty of plane. But also, we don't know anything about your boat either. I mean, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about you got a 25-foot boat with a 200 horsepower engine? I mean, you're going to have trouble planing, period. So a little bit more information on that one, but that's kind of where I'd be going in that discussion and the things that I'd be thinking about. Obviously, I would take that 200 inline Suzuki, a new engine, over the old V6, but getting better planing is going to be more to deal with the propeller than it is the displacement of the engine. Gabriel Pimentel says, hello, Aaron. Wanted to get your expert opinion on the three boats I'm looking at and if you agree on my pick. The 2025 Cobia 285cc, the 2025 Tidewater 282cc, and the Sea Hunt Gamefish 28 with tackle station and front seating, all with twin Yamaha 300s except the Tidewater with Mercury 300s, and my pick of the trio was the Cobia 285cc. Did I make a good decision? Gabriel, honestly, in my opinion, out of the three boats, I mean, you're talking about, these are all good boats. Like, there's not, I wouldn't say that one's going to be way better than another. They're each going to have different things about them that are going to be more personal preference, is what I would say here. Cobia 28, beautiful boat, twin 300 Yamis, can't go wrong. The Tidewater, that 282 is a new model, I believe, and that thing was pretty sweet, the one that I saw. Can't go wrong there. And then I'm a big fan of the Sea Hunt Gamefish. I think it's, for the price, it's an outstanding boat. The layout's really good. So going with the Cobia, my guess is there's something about the layout of the Cobia that you liked more than the Tidewater or the Sea Hunt. You couldn't go wrong with any of the three boats. I think between those three, the three models, the three brands, they're all really good brands, really good models. The engine package is great. So I think you made a good decision because I believe you probably like something more about the Cobia than you did the other two boats. And that gets down to the personal preference because the three against each other, I mean, they're all the same tier brand. They're all going to be in the same price range. The engine packages are the same. So I would be fine with any one of those boats. Those are all three really good models from three really good brands. So yeah, when you get down to that situation there, it's going to be the fit and finish of the boat. Like, and when I say fit and finish, not like the fit and finish of like the production and the quality of the boat. I mean, like what's on the boat. Where are the rod holders at? Where do they have? Like, what amenities are on it? What's the electronics package that's on there? What is the color package? Like, those kinds of things, and what you personally want, not based on like, is one of these better than the other, because each one of them is good for somebody in depending on their situation and their personal preference. Hey there, sorry to take you away from the video, but real quick, did you know that on average a boat owner will spend between $1,000 and $5,000 a year just on servicing their engine? And you could actually pocket and save a lot of that money if you would just do the service yourself. It might seem like a daunting task, but I guarantee you virtually everyone can do it with our guidance and the Boaters program. This is just one skill that you could learn inside the program because we have hundreds of other videos teaching you all kinds of boating skills, as well as a weekly live stream where we have questions and answers with me, as well as a chat feature where you can send videos and pictures, ask all kinds of questions, or look for some advice or some guidance on a project that you're doing on your boat. You can join the program by hitting the first link in the description, clicking join, or visiting bornagainboating.com. Now back to the video.